Hello everybody, this is Danny from Deep South Homestead. We're going to be showing y'all how we bake a holiday hen to use. And we're going to show you in a life-changing event how we gather stuff to actually use to bake this hen with. So we're going to be using, we have a subscriber that sent us these little pliers here, little snippers. These have been the handiest little things we've ever used for this. First thing we're going to do, we're going to be gathering some rosemary because I like rosemary in my hens whenever I cook them. We're going to take the tops off of them. I don't want real long pieces because the cavity of the hen is not that deep. And plus this helps promote the rosemary to actually sprout and come back out. Now not only are we going to use rosemary, we're going to use thyme. Now I have thyme over here. We have our thyme here and it's growing, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to cut off a whole little limb of it. I'm going to add that thyme in with it when we get in the house. I'll show you what we do with that. Okay, we're also going to be cooking some Marconi peppers in there with our food. So we're going to take some of these peppers off here. Those Marconi, red Marconi peppers. We like that in with our chicken. Those are some good ones. I think there may be a couple more up top. One here. Real nice peppers. Always good to have peppers mixed in with your meat there. I like to make sure I get some good ones. Keeping them picked off like this, and this plant right here is actually 2 years old, going on 3 years old. We keep saving them every year. We're going to be putting these peppers this year back in the greenhouse and see if we can make year number 3 out of them, because year number 2 has worked out real good. And hopefully we can do year number 3. These are some of our big old red onions. The tops on them have broken and fallen over, so we're just going to take those off and we're going to gather them up too where they've broken. Use all that. No sense in wasting this stuff. We're going to put it all up in here because we don't believe in wasting anything here. Okay, that gives us a little onion for the chicken. Okay y'all, we had garlic growing all along here this past summer and we've let it all die down and it's going to be coming back next year, but we're going to dig and see if we can actually, if we can locate a bulb or something. Yeah, there we go. Got that one right off the bat. This is called elephant garlic. We're going to use this in our chicken. You see the new roots on it, it's getting ready. I broke one of the cloves off, so there'll be plenty more coming back. This is getting ready to start growing again, but we need this to actually go in our go with our chicken. Okay y'all, as an alternative, if you like a lemon flavor in your chicken or hen when you bake it, this is all lemongrass growing here. You could actually dig up a root of this lemongrass and peel the outside layers off of it, and you could chop that up and you could put that in with your hen and use that as a lemon flavor if that's what you like. I mean, we're not doing it on this particular one, but that is an alternative on a homestead if you have lemongrass growing. Alright y'all, we're down here on some of our pepper plants. Got these, it's been kind of a rough summer. We got some bell peppers here. We're going to add these bell peppers in because we don't only like Marconis. We like bell pepper mixed in with ours also. So we're going to, as we forage around on our farm here, this is some of the stuff we're going to use to put in our chicken when we bake it. Another alternative is, here on our homestead, we have garlic chives growing everywhere. You could cut these, if you don't have the garlic bulbs, you could come out and cut these garlic chives off and add them in with your hen. What we like these for on our homestead is if the grandkids are around or something, we have hot dogs. We'll cut these chives all up and mix it in with the chili on top of a hot dog, and it really enhances the taste of the hot dog. So it's a good thing to have growing on your homestead. Plus we keep them around our fruit trees and everything like that. It kind of helps control problems, so we like to have them. It works out real good on a homestead. What we've got here is our home canned butter. That's what we're going to be using on our hen. What I'm going to do is open it up. I'm going to take a spoon I'm gonna put me some over here in a bowl to be using. This has been in the refrigerator, y'all, so we've been using on it, and that's one reason it's as hard as it is. But we're gonna try to get us some in a bowl here. Get it where we're gonna soften it. Now we're not gonna melt it. We're just going to soften the butter to where we can use it. Alright, let me turn this on just a little bit. I just need to soften this up just a little bit. Alright, we've got our butter softened up here. Now what I'm going to do is take this thyme and I run my knife blade up it like that, and I just kind of strip some of the leaves off of it, because that's what I'm after, is the leaves. I don't want all the stems and stuff in it. I'll just get me some of these leaves. Gosh, that smells good. I wish y'all could smell this. A few more there. There we go. Alright. Let me stir this around in here. Get a good coating of it in there. Oh, boy, it smells good. We don't need a whole lot of this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this just sit now. We're going to come back to that in just a little while to use. Okay, we're back here, y'all. We're getting ready to start putting our hen in here to bake. And what we have here is, this is a deep covered cooker from Pampered Chef. Wanda and I both in our life have been Pampered Chef people. We love some of their stoneware. That's what we like, because this stoneware stuff, now this got a ceramic coating on the outside of it. The stoneware, we love it because it bakes so evenly. That's one of the things we just really like about it. So what we're going to do here, now this is I'm hoping this fits in here, y'all. This is a big old hen. She just turned out to be a real big hen. She's been sitting there. We're going to let some of the water drain out of her. I hope I'm going to have to look at her and make sure I got her clean enough. Oh yeah, I got a few. You know, you don't ever get all the feathers off anything. Okay. Alright, one of the first things I want to do with this hen is always lift my hen up on its end. I like to put a little salt in it on the inside the cavity. I like to take the black pepper. I like to put a little black pepper in there. Then I will take and look inside my thing here, my garlic that I had. I'll stand the chicken up on its end, and I'm going to cut some of these little pieces of garlic up to go in here. Inside the cavity. And I'm going to lay this, I don't want to put that back, well, it's all going to be used in a minute anyway, so I'm going to lay that there. And my knife back over. Then what I like to do is I like to take my rosemary and I put it in my hand like that, and I put the soft tips down in first, because when it gets baked and you want to take it out, it's so much easier to pull it from the bottom. And I'll lay that there. Now, this is something you don't see a lot of people do. These are dehydrated apple chips off of our place here. I'll stick some apple chips down inside here too, because I just like that little bit of apple flavor. I like to stuff all this in here. Now, got that done. Then I want to take my fingers and I'll reach up under the breast here, and I'll try to separate the skin from underneath the breast, where I can get my fingers up under it real good. Let me turn it around, because I'm right-handed. My butter that I made a while ago, as you can see here, I'm going to take that butter and I'm going to stick it up under here. The butter, that it has thyme in it. Now, y'all saw in the first part of the video we mixed thyme in with it. I'm going to stick it underneath here. And I'm going to take my finger and mash off right there, and I'm going to take and I'm going to work this butter up under this skin all into the breast. What that does is breast meat kind of dries out real fast. That kind of helps to soften it up. And then one of the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these apple chips, dehydrated apples, and I'm going to stick a few of them up under here. On each side we're going to do this. This is why I wanted my butter where it was pliable. I don't want to waste none of it. Like I told you, we'll pinch it off. And then we sit here and take our fingers and work that underneath that skin down through the breast cavity of the chicken. And we're going to reach over here on this side and we're going to put some apple. We're going to stuff it up under there also. Give it a little bit of apple flavor. One more on the other side. And we've got that. Now, okay y'all, what we're going to do now, since we got the bird done, I'm going to put a little bit of salt on top of it. I don't like a lot of salt because I try to keep a little bit of that out of it. A little bit of black pepper on the top of it. Now the reason I've got the breast up on this, a lot of people cook with the breast down, is because this is it's kind of like a Dutch oven in the stoneware. So we're going to have a lid to go over the top of it, and the breast is not actually going to be drying out. So what I'm going to actually do is take this and I'm going to lay a few of the peppers across the top of it so that as they cook, they will get that pepper taste down in it. Now I might want to add that the stock that's going to come out of this is going to be used for making dressing. So that is one of the reasons why we are using as much onion and peppers and stuff as we are here, is so that when it comes time for the dressing we'll have that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of water into this, not much, probably a half a cup, just so that it got a little bit of moisture to start with. Now we're going to take this and we're going to put the lid on it. Make sure it gets set down in there real good. And we're going to go to the oven with it. Okay, we're going to take our little oven cup here, we're going to set it in there. The oven is preheated at 400 degrees. We're going to run it at 400 degrees. Alright y'all, our chicken here, we had it at an hour and a half at 400 degrees. It wasn't quite done, so we dropped it to 350 for another hour. Turned the oven off, and we've just been letting it sit in the oven. We're going to see how it done. Well, it looks good. My test is always this. I always grab the leg. If the leg comes loose, then I know it's where it's supposed to be. That's what I'm talking about right there. That chicken's done. Falling apart. That's some good looking meat in there now. Okay, this thing has been sitting in the oven now for about 3 hours with the oven off. And if you put your hand on it, it's still hot. So this type of Dutch oven from Pampered Chef has held the heat for hours, and it is still, that chicken is still real hot. So I mean, this is one of the reasons we like this at Deep South Homestead, is just simply because this thing does such a good job.